All praise to AHAYAH, Bashem YASHAYA. Some say Bahashem YASHAYA, but it's all the same. I like to come to y'all with a different message on the subject of this world life that we live in today, because like the Most High tells us in all the books of the Bible, he tells us the Israelites is stiff-necked and hard-hearted. I mean, like, they would not seek God until they see miracles and signs done like he did back then. He said, I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's in Hebrews. God is telling us that it's a time to separate from everything that you're doing in your life, everything that you're going through in your life. You know why you're going through it? Because he's trying to bring you out. He said, I'm going to call you to come out your grave. If you read Exodus, let me go to it real quick. Let me go to Exodus, because this line of Revelation, this is about our people that's in spiritual graves right now. And he going to wake them up. He going to cause them to come out their grave too. He even told in the prophesied. This is the Hebrew Bible right here in English words, but it might say it a little different, but it's all the same. I should go get the King James version, but I'll come with the King James version on my next video. But right now, let me find it. I believe it's Ezekiel 37. That's what I believe it is. Let me see. It says Ezekiel 37, with the hand of AHAYAH upon me. AHAYAH carried me out of my spirit and set me down in the midst of the valley. He carried him out in the spirit and set him in the midst of the valley. The valley is talking about I believe he's talking about broad cities like Babylon. He set him in the midst of the valleys, and it says the valleys, and it was full of bones. It was full of bones. That tells you right there, as of the day, and all these days that's coming to pass. And back then, a lot of them were spiritually dead, and full of dry bones. These people, they said Israelites' hopes is lost. The 12 tribes' hopes are lost, and they just buried, basically. Now, if I go back to Revelation, I could actually put a pause on that, and I can go to Revelations for you real quick and let you know this Revelation 11. This is one of the sermons that I will be preaching on, not on the Sabbath, but on the Sunday church, at a Sunday church, because they're gonna need to get converted. And only one who can do it is the Most High AHAYAH. Like I was saying, that they really need to be converted to the Sabbath, because I was a Sunday church gathering person myself, but it has no keeping power. The Most High got the keeping power, and he telling you to serve him on the right day. That's what he been telling these people, to serve him on the right day. It ain't no coincidence that the government and the Catholic people put Sunday church before the Sabbath, so they can get people to mislead people to worshiping their Sabbath, their gods, their holidays. God telling us to come out and come from among them heathens. That's what he called them. The Gentiles gonna come to your light, but right now the Gentiles that's been led by their demonic forces and their fleshly spirit, he telling you to come from among these heathens. These people was cavemen, but God chose. I ain't gonna say all of them was cavemen back then. Their ancestors was cavemen, but God used us to bring them back. Because if you read Exodus, you'll understand that we really twin brothers. Exodus, Jacob and Esau, excuse me. You'll understand that we twin brothers. So it ain't no black and white, black versus white. I don't promote none of that. All these brothers that's claiming they Israelites of God, which they are, but they're not following they ain't following him wholeheartedly. They rather cussing out the Gentile, cussing out different races. It ain't about that no more. He said in Ephesians, I believe in Ephesians 6 or 9, we don't fight against flesh and blood. We fight against principalities that's in high place. We fight against spirit and demonic forces. Like Brother Karshiar, that the Spirit was leading him to say that it ain't about these Jay-Z's and these Beyoncé's. It ain't about none of these people who sold out to the enemy. It's about what's over them, which is the demonic spirits that sits them in high places. Like Barack Obama, it ain't about him. We know that he consumed with spirits. We know this for facts. They like that's what they. Why you think they keep putting movies out that's outrageous? Devils do, man. Come on now. You know he do for destruction real soon. God is about to awaken his people and cause them to come out their grave. This is what I'm about to read right now. I'm reading Revelation 11 for some that don't know, and you just clicked in or walked in. Revelation 11 said, and I was beginning to measure. He said, and I was given a reed like a rod, and got up and measured the temple of God and the altar, and counted the people who worship there. See, the other version, King James version, said, and he was, I believe it said somehow he was brought in the spirit again. He said he was given a reed like a rod. Now this is a reed like a rod, which is a measuring tool to actually measure the altar of God, the temple of God, and the altar of God, that them that worship there. See, right there, he's talking about he measuring God's temple, which is his people, 12 tribes of Israel, and the one who gathered in.